Yo, what's going on, guys? Big things coming for this video. Let's check it out. First, we're going to be talking about Nicolas Pepe and also Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang headed on their way out from Arsenal starting tomorrow. Plus, Q&As during the video. Please ask your questions. Eddie Nketiah has been linked to a move to Germany. We're going to get into that. We've been linked to the right back / right wing back from Brighton Hove Albion. Lamptey has been linked to Arsenal for a new option. We're also going to be talking about Ruben Neves. Yes, back from the summer transfer rumors for Ruben Neves. We're also going to talk about a possible Premier League move for Zakaria. Yes, from Gladbach. Renato Sanches linked to Arsenal again today. Looks like that might need to happen. Ferdinand spoke about this Arsenal youngster in good light, and also Thomas Partey is headed off to Ghana for Afcon. Anyways, guys, there will be a shirt draw after the North London Derby. You guys know how to enter. Just check the community post or my Twitter to find out how to enter to win a new Arsenal shirt or any shirt of your options. Anyways, guys, let's get started on today's show. Bang! Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the kid G. Oh, man. Yo, what's going on, guys? Fuck. Sorry for that, guys. Honestly, I'm having an absolute nightmare. As you guys can tell, I'm streaming on my phone right now, and my computer, I'm having a mess with my computer. For some reason, it's not working, but shout out to you guys. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be streaming from my phone for this stream, but shout out to everybody who's watching, everyone. You guys already know by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about Lamptey and Ruben Neves. So let's get straight into it. Let's get into some of these talking points for today's video. There's a lot going on. We got some the guest is just myself, but yeah, if you guys want to join, I'll put the link in the chat in case you guys want to jump on. So let me just do that right now. Sorry about this. I'm streaming on my phone, so it's just going to be an absolute mess for today. Hopefully my phone battery does not die. I know last time I checked, it was on a low percentage. It's on 1%. God damn, this is going to be an absolute nightmare. Let me just make sure my phone is in the charger. 1 second, guys. So yeah, we're back, ladies. We're back, baby, and we're back, baby. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, so sorry about the beginning, guys. Terrible beginning to the stream. Absolute nightmare. Imagine I got everything set up, did everything. Next thing you know, I go live and everything just froze. So my apologies. Hopefully everybody's well. Happy New Year's to all you guys who I haven't already said Happy New Year's to. First things first, I'm just going to let you know there is a shirt sponsored giveaway. So anybody, I'm going to be giving away 2 football shirts to whoever is interested to join and win the 2 football shirts. We're going to be doing that. And also we're going to be doing this after the North London Derby stream. So you guys check it out. After the North London Derby stream, we will be giving away a football shirt to somebody. Some lucky winner will be getting a football shirt. So yes, let's get started. First things first, on today's show, what we're going to be talking about is Eddie Nketiah has been linked to a move away from Arsenal to none other than Gladbach. Yes, Eddie Nketiah has been linked to a move to Germany. He's been linked to a move to Bayern Leverkusen. My bad, not Gladbach. He's been linked to a move to Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Leverkusen are prepared to sign him on a free transfer. And although Crystal Palace are also hoping that they can get him, and that could be a possible landing spot. This is all reported by The Sun. Yes, I know it is The Sun, but of course, we still have to take rumors for any player serious. We cannot just discount it because it's The Sun. So that is the first rumor today. Eddie Nketiah linked to Bayern. What Bayern Leverkusen apparently want Eddie Nketiah. Yes, I know it's crazy. We're living in an upside down world, but Bayern Leverkusen want Eddie Nketiah. This is the first story that we're going to be talking about, guys. Tell me, Eddie Nketiah. Honestly, I know it doesn't move the needle. None of you guys really probably care too much about the Eddie Nketiah story, so we're going to keep it moving from here. But this is just the first topic that I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to tell you guys about the first topic, and it is Bayer Leverkusen are interested in Eddie Nketiah. That is the first rumor of the day. It looks like he could be on his way out of Arsenal Football Club. He could be headed to none other than Bayer Leverkusen, or even not Bayer Leverkusen, but he could also be headed to Crystal Palace. So those are the 2 landing spots for Eddie Nketiah. Those are the 2 landing spots that they're saying Eddie Nketiah could have. So those are the 2 clubs that we're going to be discussing as a possible potential for him. I don't really think it's a big deal. I don't really think anyone cares. But yeah, I wouldn't look too deep into it. Let it be. But yeah, moving on from that. Hopefully my picture is still clear. Sahal's in the house. Big up Sahal. Sahal, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Sahal, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. How are you doing? We're just talking about Eddie Nketiah to Bayer Leverkusen. I think this is a nothing story. I'm gonna keep it moving, okay?
It could be true because he's free agent now. He can sign a contract with them for the summertime. But we see what happens with Eddie. I think he will stay until I think he will leave for free, basically, end of the year. Wherever he chooses to go. Maybe it's Bayern or one of these clubs. In order to go to the Premier League side or a championship side, he has to run down his contract fully. So he's not allowed to sign an early contract with anyone that's in the English pyramid. He's not allowed to sign an early contract with them. So he has to sign a contract early with one of these clubs abroad. So that's probably his only option if he wants to join a club, unless he's willing to wait until the summer and then join a Premier League squad. I don't know, man. We see what happens, though.
Honestly, I think it's a nothing story. I think nothing's gonna happen. But you know what, Eddie Nketiah, wish you the best if you do get the transfer. And you know what, it would be an interesting landing spot if you went to Crystal Palace. You know, big up the people in the chat. We got Ginger in the house. I hope you're well, Ginger, doing well. He said I would ask Pepe and thing at Newcastle. Yeah, big up. So yeah, let's talk about Newcastle. Have you heard, Sahal? Newcastle are interested in Aubameyang.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Newcastle are interested in Aubameyang. Would you sell him to Newcastle, guys? In the comment section, would you sell Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Newcastle? Because in my opinion, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Newcastle does not make sense for Arsenal. I don't think it makes sense for Arsenal to sell or loan out Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to. Actually, if we sell, it makes sense. But to loan out, I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Egal, if they're willing to pay some of his wages, then yes, because he's on about 250k guaranteed, and I don't think he's gonna get that much bonuses because 350k, that's his bonuses, right? So if they're willing to pay any amount of that, then yeah, it'd be worth it for a year.
So you're saying yes?
Yeah, I'm saying yes. If they're willing to pay 100K for a loan for pay him 100K a week, 100K off his wages, then yes, we save 100K,
People in the
and that
comment
could be
section, let me
used.
know. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Newcastle. Is that a yes or a no from you guys in the comment section? Let me know. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Newcastle. How much would it take for you to sell Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Newcastle? Because that is the rumor. The rumor is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang right now to Newcastle. That is what they're saying. I don't know. I don't know if Newcastle fans will take Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang at this point. They need guarantees. I don't know how much they would be willing to spend also. Do you think they'll spend 20, 15 million? Big up Blaze, by the way. 20 to 15 million, no point of a loan. I agree. Newcastle will pay big bonuses to keep them up. True. The rumor is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Newcastle. Aslan's in the chat. Shout out Aslan saying big up Iga and the chat box. Sam John says yes, he would sell Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Newcastle come. They give you 10 million loan deal. Would you take it?
A loan deal, 10
Yes.
million. I don't think it's not gonna be. It's gonna be like they will pay his wages, half of his wages, something like that, right? So I would say yes. If they're willing to pay half of his wages, then he can go. For a sell, that's a bit more complicated because Aubameyang's on the contract. So the only way he's willing to leave if someone's willing to match his contract. And I don't think Newcastle are that stupid or that desperate to pay him 350K a week for the next 2 years or something like that. They ain't willing to do that. I think Aubameyang's gonna be rotting on our bench, or he's gonna be put on loan once or twice, and then his contract is gonna run out, and then bye bye. Basically, that's what's gonna happen. We loan him out. I think we should loan him out. Loan him out, even if it has to be Newcastle. Just loan him out. I just don't want him in the club anymore.
It would probably have to be a free transfer. I don't think Arsenal are prepared to let him go on a free transfer. I'm sorry. I think Arsenal would expect to have some money in return if we did get rid of Aubameyang. That's just the reality of the situation. I don't think we would let Aubameyang leave on a free at this point. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Like, why would we let him go on a free? It just makes no sense. Do you think Arsenal is that stupid to let him go on a free transfer, my friend? Hell no. I don't think we're ever going to let him go on a free transfer. I think Aubameyang to Newcastle is not going to happen, but Aubameyang has left for Afcon. Just to let you guys know, Aubameyang has left for Afcon, and so has Nicolas Pepe and Thomas Partey. So while we're talking about Aubameyang leaving, we now know that Nicolas Pepe has also left for Afcon. Nicolas Pepe, is he going to be a big miss for Afcon? As a Newcastle fan, we only need a goal and he can score. So here you go. Ginger as a Newcastle fan is saying yes, he will take him. Azan, what are you saying, bro? We're talking about Aubameyang to Newcastle. What do you think?
Yeah, I heard about this. I mean, look, first off, big up Igal, big up Sal and everyone in the chat.
My guy, I appreciate it.
Yeah, with Oba, bro, if that's true, I will take it, man. Bye-bye. You know, all the best to you. Appreciate everything you've done for us in the 4 years that you've been here. You know what I mean? Go out with a big paycheck. Do your thing. Do you know what I mean? So, like, as far as I'm concerned, bro, his time's up at Arsenal. And it has been from the back of last season when, you know, in that North London derby, him turning up late on a match day. So, do you know what I mean? He's 32 going on 30. At the end of the season, he's going to be 33. So,
yeah.
You know, let's just reinvest and, you know, whatever we can get back. Look, if we can get any type of transfer fee on what's been reported at 15 to 20 mil at the age that he's at, on the contract that he's on with 18 months remaining, I'm snapping your hand off. So, yeah, man, look, if it's true, all the best to him.
Igal, Newcastle have offered Dembele from Barcelona 280K a week. You've got to remember, Newcastle have more money than they've ever had in the Prem, and their wages are the 4th lowest in the Premier League. As a Newcastle fan, we need goals, and he can score goals. Wow.
Yeah,
So there you
Igal, can
go.
I just reply on that?
Yeah.
The reason I will
Big up
say
Sandy.
Newcastle will say no is
Yeah.
not because Abba would not go there. He probably would for the money, but the issue is he's on good money already, and he's on a 2 year. He has 2 years left. So in order for Newcastle to come to the table for Aubameyang to accept it, they will have to overpay for him or give him more years. So, for example, they were willing to give him maybe a year or two extra on his deal, which I think is a stupid idea to do. You see, Abba, he's not the same player as he was 2 seasons ago. So for me, I don't see Newcastle being that stupid, that desperate. I believe there's other strikers available. Even Eddie Nketiah, I think he can probably do a job up there if they really are desperate. So there's other players. I think if they're desperate, maybe we got a chance to sell him. But I just can't see it happening.
Okay, so you can't see it happening. Do you guys want to move on from this topic? Do you think they would go for Pepe?
No,
Why
no.
is that?
Pepe is even a worse case because Pepe has more years on his contract.
So you're saying there's no way they go to Pepe.
Pepe,
Well, I
you
mean,
rather go for Dembele. You
I
rather
mean,
go
at
for
the end of the
Dembele.
season, he's got 2 years remaining, bro.
Yeah, but you rather in that case you rather go for Dembele.
Okay,
Wait,
so
what's with the Dembele story? What is his
No,
contract coming to
Ousmane
an end?
Dembele, apparently they've offered Ousmane Dembele a lot of money to go to them.
Oh, right, okay.
That is the rumor. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, let's talk about Afcon. Afcon, how is it going to affect Arsenal? Nicolas Pepe leaving, Thomas Partey leaving. What are we saying, guys? What are we saying? Wagwan George, my guy George. I see you on the football terrace in the trenches helping me out. Ginger, do you think you guys want to buy Martial? Whoever Newcastle sign up front is going to have big boots. Remember the Premier League all-time scorer Alan Shearer had yeah, you guys definitely had him. You also had Cleverly. Yep, you even had Owen. Yep, definitely no. Two strikers is rubbish. Wilson is out. Okay, but yeah, people in the chat having their conversation. Nicolas Pepe is going to Afcon. Are we gonna miss him, guys?
No, you're not gonna miss him at all.
At all?
Not at all. Unless for a backup play to Saka, even as a backup to Saka, he's not been that great. And
Okay.
we know what his deficiencies are. I mean, it's hard to say. I was really excited when Pepe joined the club, but let's be all honest, right? He's been a flop since he has come. Yes, he has contributed to wins and goals, and we can argue about how well he's done overall. But for 72 million, let's all be honest. Let's not lie. He's not been it. Saka is better than him, 10 times the better player than he is, and he's worth 72 million, and he's international. He played at Lille, he scored a lot of goals. For me, he just doesn't have a touch. He can't control. He loses the ball way too often, too sloppy on the ball. Every time he passes, he mispasses the ball so often. When he's most dangerous is in the box and there's overlapping fullback. I think Pepe would do well at Liverpool. Like his only job is there to score goals. But at Arsenal, you got more jobs to do. He needs to bring in other players. He needs to assist. He needs to do loads of other things in his game, which are deficient. So for me, honestly, I honestly think we need to move on from Pepe and sell him or try and loan him out or whatever because he just not been good enough. Let's be honest.
Okay. Just before I go to you, Aslan, we're gonna just move on the topic after you're done. Let's just see if there's any comments coming in. They're talking amongst themselves. Go ahead. What do you got to say about Pepe before we move on to Charlie Patino?
Yeah, look, I mean, look, you know my or Sahel and everybody else that has been tuning into EGTV, my thoughts on Pepe. Look, I mean, look, I'll just keep it short. This season, I feel he's been mistreated. But at the same time, on the 5-year contract that we've signed him, At the end of this season, it's going to be 3 years are up, 2 years remaining. And from the lack of game time that I am not seeing him getting is suggesting to me that he's not in the long-term plans of the manager or the club. So come end of the season, if it's not this January, end of the season, the club and the manager have got a decision to make. They either re-sign him on a new long-term contract, which I don't believe is going to happen. So if that's the case, move him on. We're obviously going to take a hit on the sale, because for me, look, no player is bigger than the club, right? And if he's not in the manager and the club's long-term plans, even from the fact that he is our record transfer signing, we just got to accept the fact that, look, it hasn't worked out, and he needs to be moved on. And obviously a replacement does need to come for him, because as far as I'm concerned, as much as Saka this season is coming into his stride in his, like, game by game, his confidence is showing, and the performances are there to back it up. And now that he's actually contributing onto the score sheet, he's getting the goals. He's not this so-called creator. He's actually, a goal scorer. Saka needs a backup option, because look, I've said it for the longest ago. Until we have 2 players in every position within this squad creating healthy competition with one another, we're not gonna get to the stages where we all want our club to get. So at the end of the day, come end of the season, if he needs to be moved on, so be it.
Okay, keeping it moving from Nicolas Pepe. I would sell Pepe. We upgrade. Big up the best in the world, 13x, saying that no Arsenal are sore. Fine. What? I'm so confused. Pepe and Aubameyang need to leave and move forward. Yep, definitely. To fix us, just keep faith. Definitely. How is it going, geezers? I'm doing good, Mr. Bongo. Long time. How have you been, Mr. Bongo? You're my guy. Shout out to Mr. Bongo. Blaze in the house saying Arsenal will sell Pepe, Aubameyang, Pablo Mari, Lacazette. El Neni will also leave Arsenal at the end of the season. Saliba will be back. I hear that. I have confidence Saliba will be back myself. Guys, Rio Ferdinand loves talking about Arsenal, guys. And you know what he said today? Today, he actually gassed up one of our players. He said Charlie Patino could be the future Arsenal youngster that has the highest potential. He said what he's seen from him in that Sunderland game alone at the young age, his control and his ability to play in under 23s at his young age. And also speaking about the Arsenal Academy minister saying he's the most technically skilled player since Cesc Fabregas. Charlie Patino, guys, how excited are you about the potential Charlie Patino could have? And he could go up against Liverpool in the upcoming game in the Carabao Cup. What do you guys think?
Yeah, look, for me, look, Patino.
Let AK go. Sorry.
Look, for Patino, from what I've been hearing lately, coming outside of Hale End, there is a lot of young talent that have got the potential to follow in the footsteps of the likes of what we've seen in the last couple of seasons, but with just Patino in mind. With what Emile Smith-Rowe and Saka have done, the mark that they've set once they've stepped into this squad and this team, his future is definitely bright. But at the same time, let's not forget, a couple of years ago, or just before, a couple of the other players who are a year or two older than the likes of Saka and Smith-Rowe, they were held up the most, especially what was his name, man? On loan. Oh, flip's sake, my mind's gone blank. Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson, that's it. Bro, in Hale End, in the under 23s, Reece Nelson was held up the most as the next talent to break through into this team and to become the future star. Bukayo Saka wasn't even mentioned, bro. Right? So we all know what's happening with Reece Nelson. He's on loan in the Dutch league, and Bukayo Saka come out of nowhere and has surprised everyone, right? So look, Patino, he's still a teenager. I'm glad to hear and see and witness that obviously there's a few more gems from Hale End that have the potential to break through. But again, like, I'm not putting no pressure or weight or coming out what like Rio Ferdinand is saying, that this guy is gonna do this or that. At the end of the day, like, let's bed them in or bleed them in correctly, But yeah, look, Patino, again, from the back of that Sunderland performance, he came on. Did he come on as a sub
Yeah,
in that
sub.
game?
He subbed
Yeah,
in and
he
scored.
came on and he scored. So I'm very happy for him. He's obviously made an impression. But yeah, look, again, let's just have patience and use these next proper players or talents from Hale End correctly, and like, let's not get ahead of ourselves or build them up to the level where they haven't even reached yet. So, but yeah, look, I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not
And
gonna lie to you,
the future is definitely bright for sure. So,
Aslan, you said everything we need to say. My guy said Patino on loan. So, I'm not even gonna lie. Let's just move on to the next one, because this one is gonna be a bigger deal to talk about. Bukayo Saka to Liverpool. Are we even gonna entertain it? Because in my opinion, Bukayo Saka to Liverpool is not gonna happen. But let's just talk about it. This is bullshit. It's never gonna happen. What this is gonna end up causing? It's gonna end up causing Arsenal to give him a new contract, in my opinion. Bukayo Saka just gave a man of the match performance against Man City. I know Thomas Partey won man of the match for me, but some people would say he was man of the match also. I don't entertain this transfer because I think it's not real. It's not going to happen, and it's never going to happen. It came from a journal. First of all, the story came from it didn't even come from a credible journalist. It came from originally. Where did it come from? It came from a podcast, the Caught Offside podcast. That's where it came off. So I'm just saying.
People from that podcast, what are they? Arsenal fans, or are they just a mixture of?
It was a Liverpool pundit saying he believes that Bukayo Saka is on the short list as a possible Mane replacement.
Boy, whatever he was smoking or drinking that day, good luck to him in his future, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Igal, can I just say something? And I will add a little bit of Patino, but not a lot. With the Saka thing, I don't think it's going to happen. And it's more likely, if it was City, I'll be concerned. If it was any other team, I'll be more concerned. Liverpool, they don't have a history of spending big money against these players, right? They don't have a history of it. So I would not be as concerned. But in the academy sense, let me tell you something, right? Sometimes plays don't work out, like as AK said, Reece Nelson is the perfect example, right? Sometimes they don't make sense. And we need to stop putting pressure on this academy, and we need to stop treating our academy more like, okay, you guys gonna say don't. But sometimes Chelsea, what they do, they're so clever, right? They hype up their academy. What do? They don't want to play, and they sell their players. And once they sell the academy players, that funds the first team, right? And years we have not been doing this. We need to do this more often. So if it doesn't have to be Charlie Patino, any of them, maybe it's whoever it is, right? I like to see some of them be sold in order to fund the first team. If we get
would you like Bukayo Saka sold?
No, not Saka, but I'm just saying, for example, it doesn't have. I'm not saying Saka. I'm not saying Charlie Patino. I'm not saying Aziz. Look at Chelsea, what they do. They sold the most random people you never heard of. They never play a single game for them in their career. And they sold them. And they make money on it. Why can we not do something similar? It doesn't have to be these players. It could be anyone, really. The club is bigger than Saka even Charlie Patino or any of them, right? It doesn't matter who it is, right? If it means that we are being a better team for it, then yes, I'm up for it. But one thing we need to improve the level of the first team. And once we do that, the academy players can take their time. Now we're rushing players in. We did this years ago with Tia Walker, Wilshere, and you see these guys' career. All their careers were similar. Injuries, they came in early, they had injuries. Ramsey as well. We relied on them way too much. And what happened? They broke down and end of their career. We need to protect players like Saka. How do we do that? Buying players that can compete with Saka. If that's academy players, if that's first team players, I don't care. We need to get some players in.
Okay.
Yeah, look, just quickly, or just before I go, I just want to shout out like Blaze, Best in the World, Dizzy, Why Not? You man are hella active, and everybody else in the chat box, man. Appreciate you. You guys obviously tuned in and giving us your thoughts and opinions. Dizzy, on your last comment, allow it, bro. Yeah, but look, I just want to add one last thing with the Hayland or just like the academy in general, right? Yeah. Bro, look, at the end of the day, whatever player has got the potential on the come up, all well and good. For me, if they're playing and producing at a level where they, like they've reached the ceiling of the under 23s, yes, I'm all for the idea of them going out on loan and getting grown men football. Do you know what I mean? Like get that experience under their belt. But at the same time, make sure like they're still under contract, one, and two, like if we are going to move them on potentially, right? Like sell them at the right time, because I'm tired of seeing like where we've broken through these academy players, but then the likes of Nelson and Nketiah, they're walking away for free. That's true. We could have easily made 15, 20 mil out of them from a season or two back. So that's just my thing on that matter. Now with this Bukayo Saka thing, I'm not entertaining it for any second at all. I don't believe it. Like I said, from the back of that podcast, these Liverpool fans, carry on drinking what you're drinking, carry on smoking what you're smoking. You're having a hell of a time, but that's all a dream for those man. But I will say this: Saka at the end of the season has got 2 years remaining on his current deal. Now, what I would love in this January window, is obviously to make whatever necessary additions that we need, and whatever deadwood or fringe players or loan players that we've got on, got out on loan from the summer window, them to be like finalized in terms of like moved on permanently, right? But what I would love to hear is Saka getting a contract extension. That would be the cherry on the cake for me in this transfer window, because I don't want it to come to the end of the season or in the summer and it just gets dragged on, So look, in the January, get it done, lock him down to a new, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 year deal, and just put all these supposed transfer talks of our star boys to bed. Like,
okay,
I don't want them to be entertained.
Let me just tie this up in a bun, guys. This was originally rumored that he is on their short list. They have not made a formal bid. They have not approached him. They have not spoken to his representatives. They have not spoken to Bukayo Saka at all. Liverpool have not even made their interest public. It was a journalist who spoke about the potential short list that Liverpool might have. So this whole thing is a non-story. Now, moving on away from this topic, shout out to everybody who's speaking about it. As you can see, I've had a lot of comments, but before we go into the comments, do me a favor, like the video. It's absolutely free. We have 80 people in the chat. If all of you guys like it, it will send us to the moon and back. I really appreciate every single like. Also, since I have all you guys here and I have your attention, I'll tell you right now, we do have a prize. We do have an okay, you still have access. We do have a prize going on, and we'll be giving away a shirt after the North London Derby. So everyone here, you can enter the prize to win the shirt. All you have to do is after the video, comment what team you support, like the video, and go like the community post originally with it and subscribe. And that's how you can win. Now, whoever's got music in the background, Wilson, is that you or is that you, Kesh? No, yeah, it's you, Wilson. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Can't have music in the background. Just move rooms. But yeah, the Bukayo Saka story, Kesh, it's bullshit. Do you believe in it?
Absolute bullshit, man. They couldn't get him when he was a fucking free agent. What makes them think they're going to get him now when he's going to be a substantial amount? Like, we're not selling him for less than fucking 100 mil. And Liverpool ain't got that right now.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, I think Wilson wanted to talk about the Bukayo Saka thing, but we're moving on. Just to let you guys know what the next topic we're going to be discussing is, looks like Aston Villa are in for Zakaria. So are Liverpool and so are Arsenal. The Daily Mail are reporting that Zakaria could be moving to Aston Villa as he is a free agent, and there's so many clubs in for him. Kesh, I know you know this player a little bit better than I do. Why is it that all these teams are in for him, but nobody big is actually in for him? What's going on?
Listen, Gunex rates him. I don't rate him. I think I understand he's got the combativeness in him and everything, but all-round gameplay, I don't think it's all that. I don't think he's a top-level player. I think, yes, there's certain systems. If you've got your systems to a T and you've got a very good squad, you can probably fit him in and he'll do a job. But I think Arsenal needs a lot more than that currently.
There you
I
go.
think that's really it.
True. So the story is that everybody who's in for him is not seriously submitting a bid this year. They're waiting until he becomes a free agent to get him on a cheaper deal. And it looks like he's trying to get the most expensive deal possible. And Aston Villa could be the team that pays the most money for him. Someone here says he's versatile, good on the ball. He's like Pogba, takes his time, too long on the ball. There you go. The Man City fan says that. First time seeing you here, bro. Hopefully you're already subscribed. Guys, this was just a short story there. I don't think anyone here. Aslan, Sahal, are you guys interested in him? Or you think let him go to Aston Villa, who cares?
Yeah, Igal, I did some more research on him. Yeah, I thought I looked at his injury record. It seems better than I thought it was. I did more research on him. He seems like a player that we could get that could replace Xhaka. I wouldn't mind it, but as Cash said, probably we do need a better quality DM. I think he's more of a box to box kind of player. I don't think he's the true number 6 we're looking for, and I don't think he's that good at being that. I think he's more of a Partey kind of player, so we don't really need him. So he fits a role that we already got in the squad. So for me, I would definitely look at a 8 or a 6. In my opinion, I would definitely sign someone like Kamara or for Grit. I believe that's his name. He plays for Hoffenheim. They're both 6s, and those two are the players that are my number 1 options. Either or. They both got 6 months left. And I think both of them we could get for regular, like cheap money. And I think both of them be an alternative to a Declan Rice, like a proper DM, and that could control our games. And I think they'll be better than. And I know Partey's playing the 6 now, but I would rather see Partey in that box-to-box role. And we can probably move out Odegaard or Smith-Rowe. Depends on what game in it. And we got more options if we do that in it. So that's what I want. I want Kamara or from Grits from Hoffenheim, and I think we can do it, man. We can definitely get, according to this thing, we can get 2 international players. So 2 players we can get.
I'm going to just move on from that. Guys, do me a favor. We have 90 plus people in the chat and we only have 30 likes. Come on. It's absolutely free. I don't ask for anything else. If you want, you can submit super chats, but that's up to you. The next story is definitely interesting because we just bought a right back and we are now linked to Lamptey again. we are heavily linked to Lamptey. I genuinely believe if it wasn't for his injury, we probably would have got him instead of Takahiro Tomiyasu. What do you guys think? Why is it that Arsenal are linked to Lamptey again? And just to let you know the full story, Arsenal are linked to signing Brighton's Player of the Month, Lamptey, according to one pundit. I've never heard of them. I don't know how big they are. One pundit, but they're the ones that first reported it. They're saying Arsenal are in for Lamptey. Brighton's he just came back from injury, and he's already shown in the Chelsea draw and the recent victories that he is integral to their side. And if he comes to Arsenal, he gives us another element that we don't have. Now, Aslan, I know you've raved about Arsenal signing an attacking right back. Is this the guy that you want? Aslan,
yeah, I mean, look, for me, I'm not saying he's my number one choice, but he should definitely be considered. Why not? I mean, look, at the end of the day, currently, who we have back up to Tomiyasu is the likes of Cedric, not good enough. Bellerin, he's on loan. When he comes back, he's got a year remaining on his contract. As far as I'm concerned, his time at Arsenal is done. Chambers, he's leaving on a free. And look, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he's played that role, but this season, whenever he's gotten game time, which has been very limited, we've utilized him as a midfielder. So, and he's looking to be possibly moved on as well. So, look, no criticism to Takahiro Tomiyasu. I think since he's come in, he's impressed a lot of people, and he's caught a lot of people by surprise, because when we got him on transfer deadline day, respectfully, I'm not hearing anyone saying to me they knew who he was, right? I think that's pretty fair to say. But like I said, since he's come in, he's impressed a lot, but we definitely do need a backup option. And the profile player he is, where he's more attack-minded, we need that type of right back or full back. So, yeah, look, if he is a choice, I would like it. Personally, my preference is Rydell or Ridley Baku at Wolfsburg. That would be my number one choice. But if we ended up getting Lamptey, I'm not mad about it. Like, I'd be okay with that.
what about yourself, Kesh?
I can see why we want him. Like any good team that's worth their salt and trying to actually get somewhere, you need few quality players in each position. In terms of him, I think he is a good player, but I'm very skeptical in terms of can he fit into a back four. We're yet to see. We won't know until he gets the opportunity, where you can get to watch and see what his positioning is like, and little things like that. Also, with the way we're playing, I do see what Tommy brings in terms of when he tucks in and little things like that. To do that, you need to be technically sound. And if I look at Lamptey and I look at Liverpool, I feel Liverpool is a lot more technical compared to Lamptey. But I wouldn't complain if Arsenal decide to bring him in, as long as it works.
Okay. Sahal?
Yeah, Igal, I said this in the other space. We need a right back that I feel can comfortably play right back by himself in case of Tomiyasu getting injured. Yeah, thank you. The problem is, right, we've seen it with Cedric, the quality level hits the floor, right? And Chambers ain't good enough either. So we need a right back that can physically play there. That's the one thing concerns me about Lamptey, and that's why I would take Livramento or another right back. We need a right back that's a bit more balanced, in my opinion. Yes, they need to be better attacking wise. I wouldn't mind getting someone raw like Tavares. But as you see, Tavares against Liverpool, sometimes that would kill us. But this is a team sport, and if we get someone like that, we do need to cover for him. So that's why I wanted a more balanced right back. Baku, I think, is he's also right wing back. So I would take Livramento. I think there's a buyback option on Chelsea for 30 million. So I think they would sell him for about 30 million to Arsenal, and he'd be a perfect backup.
Okay, we're gonna move on from talking about this, but I'm just gonna put it on a bow. I think if we do have the option to get Lamptey, and we have a thing that offers us amazing rotation going forward, and that right back spot is sorted for the next 5 years. If we have Takehiro Tomiyasu and Lamptey, because in games where we need to defend, we have Takehiro Tomiyasu, and in games we need to attack, we have Lamptey. So it gives us a different dimension. And if we ever need to play a back three, we are set also. But yeah, guys, 103 people in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's new. I'm gonna get to your comment section right now. Just before we do that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So yeah, guys, just before we go on to the next story is going to be a big one. If you don't already know, the header of the video is Ruben Neves. We're going to talk about Ruben Neves. We're going to talk about Douglas Luiz. Yes, we're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about everybody. We're going to talk about Renato Sanches. We're going to talk about all the options that we have in the midfield. But before we go any further, smash that like button. No, the Egal song is dead. It no longer exists. It's done, dusted. As we've said before, Livramento over Lamptey, the right back. Too many injury issues, maybe. Definitely agree. You should go for Brandon Williams. Hell no. We've seen what Bukayo Saka did to Brandon Williams. He buried him. What else? What else we doing? What else we doing? James Justin. James Justin is good, but Leicester are notoriously known for not being teams that sell for cheap. They will try to rob us if we come in for any of their players. That's just the reality of the situation. So here is the next story. The next story is Ruben Neves. Yes, Ruben Neves is linked to Arsenal. So Ruben Neves is linked to Arsenal. The reason being, he's linked to every top club. But you want to know why, guys? Wolves are in a financial issue where they need to sell players still. That's reports, and that's what my friend said. My friend Bibi, the Wolves correspondent that I have, he told me straight up: Wolves need to sell players. Ruben Neves has been linked to Manchester United, and now is being linked to Arsenal. He was linked to us in the summer. Would you take Ruben Neves at Arsenal? Tell me in the comment section. All you have to do to tell me is put a thumbs up or thumbs down, and tell me why or why not you wouldn't take him. So I'm gonna start with you, Kesh, since you went last on the last one. Do you want to go first on this one?
I can totally see why I would want him. I said in the summer I would have taken a punt on him. A lot of people said he's got the same limitations as Granit Xhaka, which I think is total bullshit. If you look at the amount of duels he does win, and you can tell that he gets about the pitch a lot more than Granit Xhaka does. With the system that we're playing now, with Granit Xhaka playing a bit further forward and getting involved in attacking play, Ruben Neves can offer that security on the ball and those line breaking passes. He's got that in the locker. So I would take a punt on him if it's possible in the January window. If we're talking summer, maybe not so much, because I do think there'll be other options. Probably, I would say, a bit better than Ruben Neves, shall I say. So if it's a January thing, then yeah, why not?
Okay. Sahal, I'll go to you next.
Yeah, Igal, it depends what formation we're gonna play in the future. If we return to a 4-2-3-1, then yeah, maybe. But if we play in the future a 4-3-3, I will say no, because I don't know if he's good enough playing the 8. I know he usually plays in a double pivot, and lately we actually been playing with a solo pivot of Partey. So I don't know where he would fit in the squad. I think he would be a good backup player, but a play like I don't know, man. It'd be one of those weird ones. I don't know. Like honestly, I would love to have him, but I don't know. It depends what system we're playing in it.
Okay, we're gonna get on to the next one in a second, but so just before we move on to the next option, what about yourself, Aslan?
Yeah, look, for me, in the summer, I would have entertained it. Look, he's a good player. That's without question. But for me, in the summer, in January, I just feel there's other options out there that we could get ahead of him. But I mean, you know, he's definitely adds more quality than the current crop of midfielders that we have, for sure. But for me, I would have to say respectfully, no.
Okay. Just before we move on to the midfield carousel that is Arsenal's options, we're going to talk about one last option that we're linked to. Guess what? Lille need to sell supposedly, and they're looking to sell Renato Sanches. They have an agreement that he can go to whichever club comes in for him. And if Arsenal come in for him, he's pretty much gone. Whatever money we put down on the table to get Renato Sanches, we can have him. Lille have already put a gentleman's agreement with Renato Sanches that he could walk in January, and he has served his time at Lille. He's pretty much done at Lille, and Lille look like they want to get rid of the player. So would you take Renato Sanches at Arsenal? And do you think he's too injury prone? Do you have concerns? I have my concerns, but my concerns might be different from yours. I look at the fact that he's played already in the Premier League. I look at the fact that he's never really hit the ground running. But now, supposedly, even Bayern Munich are interested in having him back. I'm thinking, has he gotten over his issues from the past, or is he now back to the best? Or are we just deluding ourselves to think he's better? I don't know. I think Lille right now, they're saying if a bid comes in between 30 to 40, they'll sell him in a heartbeat. Anything less than that, it will have to go on loan with an option to buy. But at the moment, he's up for sale. Any club can come in for him. I don't know why Juventus, AC Milan are coming in for him, but Bayern have inquired, Arsenal have inquired, Liverpool have inquired. It looks like a lot of teams have inquired. Manchester United have inquired. So a lot of people want him, but why has no one pulled the trigger yet? That's the question I'm worried about. Is he a risk? He's a big risk. Do I want to take that risk? I don't think Arsenal can afford to miss. If we buy a player, it needs to be a hit. So I don't want Renato Sanches. I'm gonna make the statement right now. I think it's a bad idea if we sign Renato Sanches. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Igal, I completely agree with you. I think you could be a quality player. What we're missing, but the risk with his injury record and history is just too. I'm not really worried about him not playing well in the Premier League. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you do well in other leagues, but his injury record is just too much. I can't. You can't touch that. But if Lille are looking to sell someone, and they're that desperate, maybe we can buy Davis off them, innit? If that desperate, maybe we can go in for him instead. So we need to think about it. Honestly, I would not take him. I would take another. If we want a number 8, I'm telling you, people, we need to go back to a war. That's my number 1 option if we want a 8. But everyone has the other options, and let's see what happens in it.
All right, people in the comment section, let me know. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Aslan, I'll go to you next, and then I'll end it off with Kesh. And then we're gonna go who is out there that we could get, because there's obviously the links to Bruno Guimaraes. There's links to all sorts of players, but the main guy that we've been linked to today are Ruben Neves and Renato Sanches. So Renato Sanches, apparently Bayern Munich are interested in him again. I don't know. Is this true? Is this bullshit? I don't know. Aslan, what are you saying?
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, I don't know too much about what Bayern Munich's plans are in terms of their recruitment. But look, Renato Sanches, he's a good player. You know, he's 24 now, so for me, he kind of fits into that age profile that we should be looking at. You know, going forward, I think the age profile should be anywhere from 24 to 27. So he definitely fits into that. And yeah, you know, his injury record, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't that debunked from the summer? Because his injuries, they weren't long-term injuries. They were more muscle injuries, weren't there?
Yeah, a lot of it was muscle injuries. It wasn't anything like
serious or long-term, yeah.
We checked his injury history. It's a little bit overstated, because he did get injured a lot on loan. When he actually at Lille right now, he's been pretty good with his injuries. But I felt like when he's in a more intense league, he tends to get injuries. That's what I think it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just generalizing. But in the Premier League, he got an injury, and that's what we remember. Remember when he was at Swansea?
Yeah,
He
but
was
I mean,
out.
he was at Swansea, but that was how many years ago? Like he was still young, growing. Do you know what I mean? Now, he's pretty much reaching his mid-20s, so
Is this true?
he's maturing. But look, you know, uh, at the end of the in January, he's got 18 months left. So again, I think business-wise, it makes sense. I think he's a decent player, but again, I just think there's better quality out there. And if we're just going by our previous business dealings with Lille, from the back of signing Pepe and Gabriel, I mean, look, in terms of what the club thinks, I think we've got a 50% success rate because
Yo, guys.
Pepe, he's not to the standard, I guess, what the club wants. Gabriel is definitely looking like a successful signing. So yeah, I mean, look, in terms of business dealings, we've got previous history, but I just don't think Arsenal would go for him. So yeah, again, for me, I've got to respectfully pass.
Yo, you guys just see, just before I go to what Dizzy said in the comment section, I'll save that. But Kesh, talk to me, man. What are you saying? Renato Sanches? Yes? No?
Like
Maybe?
he wouldn't be my first choice, same as Ruben Neves, but he's not a bad player. He's not a bad player, but I just think we need to get a midfielder in. Hopefully, we can get the very best that we can attract. But I
What are you
wouldn't.
saying about Guimaraes?
That's my personal favorite. And I wanted him from the summer. I thought we should have got it done, but obviously we didn't. I think he's able to operate in a role that the rest can't. It's hard to describe, but I'm not saying he's anything near the likes of Gundogan. He's nothing near him, but I think he kind of bring me that kind of similarity. Get on the ball, get us moving, get us playing, and I think that's the sort of play that we should be going for in terms of the central midfield option. I know a lot of people want someone wants a lot of people wants a central midfielder just to come in and just break up play so Partey can go further forward. I think with the way the system's been tweaked, I know it's only Shaka in there, and a better upgrade on Shaka, we can go places. But I do like the feeling of what I'm seeing with Partey playing deeper and not having to be doing so much, whether that's getting the ball from deep, getting us forward, and trying to do the attacking side as well. I think he looks comfortable in this sixth position.
Okay, let's talk about what Dizzy just put in the group. This might I pray to God this is real. I pray to God because this is a 6'4" playmaking striker who can pick up the ball from the midfield and progress the ball, who can help link up play, who can finish chances. He can do many different things. You know how other strikers that we're looking at, like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's more of a traditional old class striker where he holds up the ball, lays it off, and he can get a lot of headers, and he's a fox in the box. Where you got where when you look at the other guys that we're looking at, Vlahovic, he's more of like, I don't know who to compare him to, more like a Zlatan type striker, or would you say he's more of a he's a taller striker, but he plays like a taller striker. He's not as mobile. He doesn't dribble as much. He's not as much as a playmaker as Isak. Then you also have Jonathan David, who's not as polished, not as technically skilled as Jonathan Isak. You also have who else have we been linked to? We've been linked to Patrick Schick, who is, in my opinion, probably the lowest profile out of all of the strikers that we've been linked to, except for when it becomes a joke and we're linked to some other pure nonsensical signings. This is probably the most exciting striker that we could possibly acquire. This is probably the best striker, in my opinion, we could probably acquire. In my opinion, he's better than Vlahovic. He's better than Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's better than all these guys. There's a case to say Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a good striker, and he might be better than him because he's Premier League proven. But in my opinion, he has the highest ceiling, and he's the closest thing to an Henry type striker who is somebody who carries the ball from deep No striker that we've had in a long time. Even you can't even say Van Persie really did that, but he was the closest thing to that we had. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Would you take John? Would you take Alexander Isak? The rumor today is reports Dizzy saying from the Sun Sport that Arsenal are now favorites to sign him. And just so you guys know, I checked if Dizzy was jump balling us, but I just searched in Isak, and it's the first thing that's coming up an hour ago. Arsenal are close to signing Swedish striker Alexander Isak to replace Aubameyang as Real Sociedad. What? Real Sociedad banned Barcelona transfer. There you go. There you go. That is the rumor. That's what's being said. So yeah, let's get this going, guys. What are you saying? Who wants to go first on this one? I'll just say something first. Dizzy, is your source reliable? The Sun in 40 minutes ago, people are saying that's not credible. His release clause is mad. Some people are saying definitely no for Isak.
His release clause is mad, but his release clause is very affordable for Arsenal. It's more than affordable.
Okay, so what are you saying?
How much is it, Cash? Sorry.
I think it's 77 euros.
77 million euros. That's
no,
about
wasn't it?
60,
Wasn't it 90 million euros? But in the exchange rate, it was around the mid 70s. Like
I'm not quite sure. I just saw it was 77. It might have been pounds, and it might have been pounds or euros. But I thought it was euros.
I think it's pounds. So around the mid 70 mark. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
it's
not sure.
man. It's gettable for sure.
Yeah. Basically, it's definitely gettable, whatever the price is. But I think honestly, we can get this done, man. I think he's a good player, and then we can get him done. Honestly.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Sahal? Are you just whatever about it? Like, really? You don't really care?
No. We can no. I think I don't watch him often. I watched him in the Euros, and I've seen his quality. He's still a bit raw finishing wise. I wasn't impressed with him finishing wise, but everything else he had it. So if we can improve that aspect of his game, and I know he's actually, I think he's struggling with goals right now actually. So that could be a concerning factor, but he has everything else in this game. So that's
maybe that works in our favor. Maybe that works in our favor in terms of bringing the value down.
Yeah, that could. Yeah, but him struggling in goals is never a good thing. I don't think, especially if you're willing to pay that much money for. I don't think it's a good thing, man.
I think I don't think it's a bad thing in terms of he will never be a prolific goal scorer. I think he will be. It's just a matter of can Arsenal bide their time with him being in the squad. Because there's no doubt about it. The guy's got mad potential. Like, his ceiling is fucking high, yeah? It's just that you need him to come in and be convincing from the go. Like I said in our group chats, I think if you buy Isak now, I don't think you'll see Isak at his best until the next 18 months, in my opinion. So it's just a matter of, do you think it's a good option, or you're willing to wait for the striker to make his mark? If so, then go for it.
What do you say to people who are not convinced? People are saying, I'm not convinced. People are saying Vlahovic is lethal. You got some people saying Jonathan David is Canadian striker is the one. Not convinced. 60 million. Bro, it's 100 million. 90 million euros. My bad. People saying, like I said, if Vlahovic is out of the picture, get Isak, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or David. So he's not really fussed which one. I'm convinced, but not in January, though. He's saying Isak suits Arteta's philosophy and criterias. Definitely. So what are you guys saying? I think Isak is the best out of all the strikers. But who would you pick if it was up to you? Aslan.
Bro, look, everyone knows my number one choice. My number one choice is Dusan Vlahovic, bro. Yeah? Because this guy is repeating his form from last year. And at the halfway mark of the season, he's pretty much on the verge of getting, I think he's nearly at 20 goals. So at the rate that he's going at, he can easily replicate his form or his total GA from last season. Like there's no worry there in terms of he's a one season hit wonder. But look, if like Dizzy said, if he's unavailable, and look, out of all of those strikers that were listed or mentioned, Vlahovic has got 80 months left. The rest have got 3.5 or to 4. Like they're all on long-term contracts. So for me, Vlahovic is the most realistic one, especially at this time in the season. If we don't get him in January and he rides out the rest of the season, 1 year remaining, there's going to be more interest come the summer. And the moment another club shows interest and it becomes a bidding war, or like what they offer as a contract to Vlahovic, we're going to lose that battle for that signing. So, but look, again, if he's not available or we can't get him, whatever the case may be, Isak, I wouldn't say no. I'm not going to lie. From what I saw him in the Euros in the summer, I was highly impressed. Prior to that, I didn't know who he was, but he definitely did impress me in the Euros. But again, my concern with him is he had a good season last season for Sociedad, but this season he hasn't reached to that level of what he achieved last season. So that's my only concern, and I agree with Kesh. Like, I just think if he comes to the Prem, first thing for sure, he needs to get on that Martinelli workout program. Yeah, because he definitely needs to add, a couple of more pounds. He's a bit too slim for my liking, and we all know the difference between La Liga and the Premier League. So in terms of physicality, but yeah, look, again, like I said, if he is our second choice or our number one choice, I wouldn't say no to it, because like they are definitely like the next two on the come up. And look, let's be real, outside of Mbappe and Haaland, there isn't many world-class strikers out there on the market. So I guess we're going to have to go young. But again, it just comes down to preference. So
Lukaku's available.
Say that again?
Lukaku's available.
Yeah, for Inter, but I don't think anybody else.
Okay, there you go. Kesh, you're going to say something.
Completely slipped my mind now, Can't remember what I was going to say.
Okay, no worries. Sahal, you go ahead and then we'll come back to Kesh.
The only thing I'm going to say, look, with the striker position, honestly, maybe we need to think about this, and Arteta and these guys, they need to pick whoever they want the best. Maybe I wouldn't mind if we get like someone like David or whoever it is really. They need to fit the system. And honestly, you know what? I wouldn't even mind if we never heard about the striker either, because it's going to be a big investment on one player. And we've seen our marquee signings in the past haven't really worked out in the past. I'm not saying that would happen now, but if we do buy younger strikers, for example, maybe last season we could have signed Osman Edward. I know we can't do that now, but for example, last summer we could have done it, right, for a cheap price. We could do it this summer with strikers that haven't made their name yet, but they're young, hungry, and they got scope to grow. So if we do the same thing as we did last summer, I wouldn't really mind it. And I think maybe that could be a direction we should head into, because it worked once. Why not try it again? Let's buy one or two young, hungry strikers, right, that haven't proved themselves yet, but they got scope to grow. Let's buy one that's tall, big, strong. Let's buy another one that's a bit smaller, like a Zach replacement and an Oba replacement. We can buy two strikers, except for buying just one. maybe we should do that. It's up to Arteta and these guys. I'd be interested what they do.
What is this tweet that you're talking about? He's saying, what is it? What did he say? Atwell's gesture to Bernardo Silva's before VR made calls. Oh shit. He's literally going in. Yo, Cam, if you could oh shit.
Wait, sorry,
Who's this
what's
Jimmy
going on?
guy?
What's going
He's
on?
a season ticket holder. He's just exposing Stuart Atwell's sting. He's going in. Who's this guy though? Never heard of this guy. Season ticket holder, Arsenal fan, part of member of Arsenal supporter trust. He literally went in on Stuart Atwell today. That's all he's showing me. Nothing really much. But yeah, absolute nonsense from that referee Stuart Atwell. That was who was refereeing the game, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These things happen. Okay, we move on from the refereeing decisions, man. But yeah, Kesh, did you have any closing remarks to say on that before we go?
Nah, that's everything I need to say.
All right, guys, what we're going to be doing is, if you guys haven't already been following us on Twitter, check us out on Twitter also, because we usually do a lot of Twitter spaces on Twitter. And obviously, you can check me out on YouTube. My next video, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in my next video. Most likely, when do we play next, guys?
Thursday.
And then the North London Derby is today.
Liverpool, right?
No, Liverpool.
When is the North London Derby? Sunday.
That's almost end of the month,
14
26th.
days away. 16th, I
Bro,
think.
don't we play next? Isn't the next game the North London Derby?
No.
we got
No,
three
it's
cup
not.
games.
That's like the month, end of the month, bro.
No, it's
Two
end of the
not,
month.
isn't it?
Close enough.
Two semi-finals and the FA Cup.
Holy shit. So our next two games are two semi-finals. That's it.
Yeah, otherwise Gabriel would have missed the North London Derby.
No, but then we got the third
yeah.
round in the FA Cup as well in between that.
Yo, Sunday we play Nottingham Forest. You know
Yeah.
what, guys? I know a Nottingham Forest fan. I'm going to bring him on the channel. We're going to talk about that game. We're going to talk about the Liverpool game. And I'll bring Hussam on. And I'll catch you guys. Any transfer videos. I might be going to Dubai, so I might not be able to do some videos around my birthday, January 10th. I don't know yet. But yeah, pray for the best. I might do a stream from there. Who knows? But yeah, have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. You already know what it is. Kitty G on EGTV. Big up to Kesh, Sahal, and Aslan for joining me. It feels like an old-fashioned stream today. 110 people in the chat. You guys here. Shout out to everybody, man. Do me a favor. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already seen, I've made my subscribers visible since I have hit over 9K subscribers. And what I will be doing is I'll be giving away a prize to two people, one person on Twitter and one person on YouTube. So check us out and have yourselves a wonderful day. And also, if you don't know, I'm doing stuff on TikTok now. So I have over like 400 people on TikTok. So come check those out also. But yeah, have yourselves a wonderful day. And you already know what it is. And no, my birthday's not January 1st. I'm not a fob. Anyways, have a good one. Peace out, guys.